Seamus.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Rootsgarn.
And we're in the pit, Pittsburgh, in Fallout 3. And we're playing the pit DLC, and we've stolen a baby, and we gave the baby to somebody else, because the baby has the cure for what turns people into trogs. And I don't know why I'm trying to summarize this, because I honestly don't understand any of it. But we're killing things, okay, so that much I understand.
Murder. Murder's the universe.
Also, I found a whole bunch of jet down here for some reason. Apparently the trogs like jet a lot. Very popular with the trogs.
That'll really help your particular blossoming jet addiction, I think.
Oh yeah. That guy turned into ash.
You've just been nursing and nurturing that jet addiction. Like a beautiful flower. And now it is being the blossom.
I like how he looks over to see his friend turn into ash, and then I hit him in the ass and he dies.
This is pretty much comedy at this.
Okay, so there's a mine on this guy.
Was that the first Nuka-Cola machine in,
Yep.
I have not seen a Nuka-Cola machine in the pit, yeah. I guess they just don't like Nuka-Cola around here.
Oh shit. Do I have like a flamethrower or a laser weapon or something?
Is there gas you need to
You're asking the wrong people.
Yeah, there's gas.
Well, that didn't
Let's see if this does it. Yes! That was awesome.
How you set yourself on fire? Yes, that was truly awesome.
I think I just killed
agree.
everything.
You know, considering you were wearing a summer bonnet as you did it, that's where a lesser man could have made a joke about you being flaming, but we're above it.
We're above it.
And yet, it feels like you just did.
Well, no, see, I sort of couched it in an ironic sort of... Shut up!
Yep, you just keep telling yourself that. I think we're almost at the end of this section here.
And we're going here. Who even are we going to see right now?
Right now, we're going to go turn off the power to the lights in Uptown.
And that'll let the Trogs invade Uptown.
Yes.
And kill all the people that run the slaving business.
Yes. Fucking buff-out withdrawal.
Is this really the most efficient way to turn off lights? Is to fight every Trog in the whole world?
Well, you gotta get all the way to Uptown to get there.
Yeah, like,
wait a minute.
I mean, if we're trying to turn off lights, lights usually have switches near them. Like, when I turn off the lights, when I go to bed, I don't have to drive to the power plant and shut down the generator so that my
and shoot all the employees.
turns off. Yeah, and shoot all the employees so that I can get to the generator and throw a giant citywide breaker and finally, you know, turn off the television at the end of the night.
And even if you don't want them turning them right back on, I mean, how does the power get to the light switches? Magic? Like, surely there's cords you can cut with your massive, broken, cut-all sword. And, you know, that axe thing? And that axe thing? I mean, the weaker versions of those were cutting through steel. Or iron, I guess, just iron. But still.
I mean, and if the cords are too hard to get to, I have never seen a bulletproof light bulb. So,
you know,
yeah,
I don't really have such a problem with that. I get the feeling that that the point was so that we took them all by surprise, rather than like shut off one at a time.
I see.
You see the lights going off.
Kinda. Although, I mean, for some reason I get the feeling you end up fighting a lot of them anyway.
Okay, this calls for... That was Asher and his wife, and this calls for Gatling Laser.
Wait, but you're gonna kill them?
Sneak attack Gatling.
Can't talk
well, I mean, I don't have to, but they'll eventually die to the Trogs. I mean, I guess I can leave them alone if you really want me to.
No. I wasn't suggesting any course of action. I was just trying to understand our options, which are apparently wow. That's one way of
He's got a lot of health. And he doesn't really care about the Gatling laser
So
guy.
here's your obligatory power armor loot.
Like, was that supposed to be some sort of distance massager? All the faster it killed him?
God damn it, I don't have any points in Big Gun, shut up.
I'm pretty sure the stuff they use at Disneyland to do the light shows are more powerful than that. Maybe if you use epileptic, you'd have a seizure.
God, I hate this gun. Let's try that, see if I don't shoot it over his head this time. There we go. Part of his head fell into the thing there.
Not sure how the physics of that works, considering the bullet came from the opposite direction. But...
Yeah, you shot his head and it flew off towards you.
Well, actually, I guess that might.
You know, I've stopped trying to understand the physics of stuff involving the what the fuck? The Gauss rifle, because one shot from that should like send their body flying in the opposite direction and turn it into mush.
I think we need to send this to Mythbusters and have them investigate it.
Today we shoot one of our interns with a Gauss rifle.
I'd watch that one.
I don't have any health buffs. This kind of sucks.
You promised you
wouldn't die. Dirty water. I looted dirty water from the trog. I'm good. Don't worry, guys. I got this. Stop shooting your stupid bullets at me! Damn it! I didn't die to the trogs. That was a sniper rifle.
Oh.
You broke your promise.
It's all about the grenades.
Josh. You broke your promise and my heart.
I have to say this game is significantly harder when you can't, save and load. Like, I haven't thought about that until we try and do these half-hour playthroughs all in one take.
Plus, like, I've been, like, optimizing, like, just speed over, prudence. Oh, I knocked him over with that grenade.
Yeah, that's true.
Killed another raider.
And we've been spreading our skill points around. When I play, I usually focus stealth and one weapon all the way. And then if I really, really just burn through a ton of stim packs, I might reload.
Yeah, no, I'm stingy with stim packs in all games. I'm stingy with health items. Like, I actually collected stim packs, even in my most recent Fallout 2 playthrough. I'm not even probably 3/4 of the way through the game. I've got something like 80 in my inventory. That's not even counting the super stim packs. Got 20 of those.
Yeah, I mean, like, on my main playthrough, I did a similar course to Cuthbert, except, like, not totally chaotic evil. And I had like 100 stim packs by the time I got here, so I had no trouble, but I haven't, like... The thing is that Tenpenny Tower has, like, the worst shops in the game, and for some reason they decided to, like, not give them caravans, so, maybe because, Tenpenny is evil, and everybody who lives in Tenpenny Tower is evil and rich. So therefore they shouldn't need caravans, or the caravans shouldn't want to come to them, because obviously, I guess that would be a bad business decision.
Yeah, well,
so like they've got like a few stim packs you can buy there.
Yeah. Historically, when merchants are given a choice, in terms of market, between virtuous poor people who live in mud and sticks and the crater of an undetonated bomb, and the really, really rich evil people. Rich people. I guess you could make the don't really need as much, since they don't ever go out into the wasteland, but...
Yeah. But then, but Tenpenny Tower itself is just one giant plot hole. It's like this singularity, and it just pulls parts of this. Not only does it generate nonsense itself, but it pulls parts of the story that make sense into it and makes them nonsense as well.
Like with the whole Megaton thing. Just all of the Megaton thing.
And the traders. And the ghoul.
Yeah, ghouls.
Wow, there are a lot of dudes.
Like
I thought we
grenades.
weren't gonna have to fight dudes. I thought the Trogs were gonna fight dudes.
Well,
Yeah,
they are, but I'm getting XP.
Oh.
I mean, I could just sneak through all of here. I think my grenade fell through the floor that time. That was not one of the better throws that I've done.
I think you're getting trogged here.
That ash pile just fell through the floor.
That actually makes sense, though. I mean, an ash pile should not sit on top.
Yeah,
of a
but
grating.
it just sort of toppled over.
Yeah, it did remain as a singular item.
Plus now you can't pick all the valuable loot out of the pile of ashes.
Oh, that's such a disappointment.
Maybe we should examine this. Maybe we should.
I love when you blow someone apart, and you can loot any part of their body. So you'll blow somebody apart with an explosive weapon, and you can't even find them, and you'll eventually find one of their feet, and you'll just loot the foot, and the foot will have all of their inventory on it, including all their clothes and weapons.
Well, that's actually there's something you can do with that, which is, let's say you have a lot of equipment that you want to carry around,
yeah, but it's gonna take work to
but you
clean up
can't,
after
you know,
the
have
riots.
all of it on your
I could take care
person
of
at
the
once,
day-to-day
maybe.
stuff.
So what you
You
do
just reap the
is
benefits,
you
huh?
blow off a
We
person's
cut a
foot
few
or
corners on
something.
researching the
You
brat,
load
so
everything
we've
into the
already got
foot,
something
and then you
good to
carry
keep
that
down
foot
the
around.
It's on the house.
A foot
But
is
the
a
real
bag
wealth
of
the city's in
holding.
that steel mill. You'll have
Basically.
access to the ammo press in there, so
Or like,
go nuts.
mostly
You
it'll
earned
be a
it, kid.
head, is what it'll be.
Yeah, sometimes you'll
It's
loot
not
the
that
head.
easy.
It's
This
also
is still our
interesting
home,
when you
and
loot
there's
the
still lots
leg
of
or
work to be
whatever.
Killing Asher is just the
You know,
first step.
normally when you strip
But
the
if you
armor
want,
off
you
of
could keep
somebody,
collecting
they
steel from the
suddenly
steel
appear in nice
Most folks
pressed
can't handle it.
underwear,
Foreman would see
even
you
if
get
they're
a reward.
raiders.
And if you really
But
care,
if you raid
Medea
the
said she's looking
leg,
for toys for the
it
brat.
stays armored.
I guess
It's
if
all
you find
very
anything,
confusing.
you could bring them to her. But
Here's
don't
what'll
you worry
happen.
about it all.
There'll be a
I'll be
torso
here to
over
take care
here
of
and a
getting
leg
the city
over
back
here.
in
You
shape.
walk up to the
You just
leg,
bask in the glory.
take everything off of it, and the torso has
I
the
got
armor
folks working on
disappear.
it 24/7.
Did he just say
We go
Medea
faster
was
if we keep
fussing over the
fussing about
kid?
not hurting a little squirt. Don't forget to
Like, cause I think Medea's dead.
Man,
Let me go
she's fussing
verify
over the
that.
kid.
Medea, did
She's
you
so stressed.
become Jesus? Okay, so the...
Medea's so stressed out over the kid, she's
What
just
the
been lying
fuck?
around.
What the hell is
Isn't it?
this thing?
Wait, I can't see anything because the stream just suddenly
It's
crapped
like
out.
a bouncing, yeah, oh.
What?
Wow.
Medea's corpse is wedged down here in this new desk. That's something of a plot hole. She should probably have plot armor.
Medea's so stressed
Okay.
out she's
Yeah.
hiding in her desk.
Yeah, she should have plot armor. I mean, normally I would criticize a game for having plot armor, but it would be better to have plot armor than to have dialogue and quest resolutions that make no sense in the world. I mean, when we complain about having plot armor, it's because we actually want the freedom to shape the story as we want. If you can't shape the story, then you might as well just put the plot armor on them.
Yep.
That's
So,
a very good way of putting it.
That was a pretty good resolution. I got to kill a bunch of people, steal some babies, not eat them, but, you know, hey, what the...
I've got to level with you guys. I
apparently
have
there's
no
still,
idea what happened here. I still don't understand if slaves are free or if anybody has a cure for anything. I don't even know what happened or who's in charge here. And
I am.
I don't care.
I became the new Lord of the Pit, and Werner is now my second in command. You can actually come back here after you leave.
Can't you free the slaves if you're in charge?
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah. If Medea were still alive, she'd have some dialogue about that, but, like, basically, most of the slaves aren't going to leave. They're just going to keep trying to make the steel mill work. See,
That's the most important thing. All these people with no food and water are going to harvest scrap metal all day long.
How are we doing on
If they're
time, by
gonna
the
do it
way?
anyway, why enslave them? Yeah, I guess we're out of time.
Should we leave, or should I go after the metal blaster for the credit?
If you go after the middle blaster, we should probably not do that on camera.
Well, maybe not. I was thinking maybe I could, like... I don't know. Something will happen, and it will involve me getting a cool new gun. Why am I fighting this person in bats and getting killed? Right, well, next episode, we return from the pit to the capital wasteland.
Yay. And hopefully
Back
stop
in
dying.
brown, baby. Back in brown.
Okay,
What do
so
you have
we're
for
not actually ending the episode just yet. And instead we were getting... What is this? We're getting the metal blaster?
Yep, we should get the metal blaster after I got a filtration helmet. Now I got steel knuckles.
How about I give... Here. This armor was a special...
Oh, I see.
I
Every
got
10
some
you give him,
armor,
he gives you
yeah.
another... He gives you another,
Sure thing.
item.
Bit of a weird one here.
Here we go.
Found it
Here
from
is
some
the metal
sucker out of
blaster.
town. Some genius got to tinkering with his laser.
Wait.
Polished
Hey, wait.
metal barrel.
He gives you the
Prisms in
metal
there,
master
you got this
armor,
lethal
then he
light
gives you
show.
the metal blaster.
Yeah.
Why,
Look.
Bethesda, why did you see fit to reference Beyond Thunderdome? We're all trying to forget it over here.
Okay, so now we have the metal blaster, which means I never have to use the Chinese assault rifle again. And apparently losing all those ingots actually gave me enough room to carry this stuff. So I guess I can go sell it. Actually, I don't need that. So yeah, we got the Metal Master armor and Asher's power armor, and yeah. But we also have this. Check this out. What the? Apparently, you get to be my test target. This is a laser shotgun. And, the best part about this thing is that it's basically a laser rifle that shoots 9 beams, and outside of that, each beam has its own crit chance. Which means that the chance to crit in a normal engagement is like 45%.
Well,
That's
probably more because
crazy.
you're a crit stacking bastard, Josh.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that would be a regular sane person's chance to crit. But for you, it's probably somewhere near 100.
So, like,
And this, as I understand it, this, when you fire these 9 beams, it only uses 1 energy cell, right?
Yep. And
That
it
is
repairs with
hilarious
normal laser rifles.
Oh, hilariously broken. There's a tri-beam laser in the Broken Steel DLC that we'll be running into later. And it fires 3 beams at a time, but it also uses 3 cells at a time. So it's not really, and they're not accurate. They kind of have a spread to them, so it's not actually worth it unless you're using it on people in your face. But this gun, completely worth it. So I have a question here. Can you fast travel around Broken Steel? Like, what happens when you bring up the map?
You know, you want to travel to Pit Down, so I guess you can. Let's go to the Pit Bridge. No, wait. Let's go to the Pit Train Yard.
Okay,
Save
so
the trouble.
here's sort of a nerdy analogy for what the DLCs remind me of. It's like when you get a DM who sort of senses that the party's interest is slipping, so occasionally he'll throw in a side quest at the end of which will be this gloriously broken, overpowered Monty Hall weapon or pseudo armor that the players will get and just start using to further break his campaign, which, you know, sort of makes them lose more and more interest.
Yeah, and then he's back.
In this example, Josh is the player who has the crazy math equations character sheet and attacks that crit whenever the die lands with 1 edge against the table, so I guess it's probably worst case scenario.
Okay,
yeah,
so
and
that was the pit.
And the game suffers from the same problem that those Monty Hall campaigns suffer from. Once you hand out those unbelievable weapons, then nothing in the world is a challenge anymore. So then you've got to add a bunch of broken, overpowered monsters to counter the player, and the world just sort of comes apart at the seams at that point.
Yeah, because
Josh,
then if you're fighting broken, overpowered monsters, they need to drop good loot.
And it's a wonderful cycle, and the whole thing flies apart.
So,
are
I think
you
we should travel
still
back to the
addicted?
Jefferson Memorial. Yes, I'm still addicted. It's been like, it takes like 2 months to get to the pit and back, and I'm still addicted. But oh well.
Josh is addicted to everything.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
In my quest to get the... Yeah, in my quest to get the... beer is worn off. In my quest to get the Metal Blaster, I became addicted to 2 distinct types of alcohol.
So you could be completely drunk off your ass on whiskey and still be craving beer.
Yep.
Well, no, he's addicted to the crisp, clean taste of Corona. I get paid $15 to say that.
So, I think the pit was pretty good.
I agree. Maybe it was just that Operation Anchorage made us lower our standards, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, like, I wasn't in love with the end choice, and Asher was really just an idiot. But, yeah, it was pretty good.
The baby was hilarious.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, as dumb as it was.
Oh, great.
The difference is the pit was written by a chimp.
Okay?
Operation Anchorage was written by a chimp
concerned,
who
you've got
hates
no
us.
business being here. So just stay out of my way.
I
So
like
what's
this
this
guy.
guy's problem? Why is he? Yeah, we have no business being here. What? I have no business being here. I'm the one that killed all these super mutants that you're living with that you haven't bothered to clean up yet, even though it's 2 months later.
Oh, he's an asshole. I don't deny that, but he's like the only person that.
No, guys, you don't get it. This guy's like, okay, so I used to be part of this project that was going, not so well, but everybody liked it and it was going in a good direction. But then it stopped for about 20 years, and now he's coming in, and new people are coming in, and I don't like the new direction it's taking. This is a sly dig against the original Fallout fans.
This guy is just a jerk for no reason. Like, what is his problem? And this voice is used way too much in the game. This is the voice of Pinkerton, who we won't get to meet in this game, but is the guy who helped found Rivet City. And it's really weird. It's a distinctive voice. And you'll go around and you'll ask people how to find Pinkerton, and they'll be telling you, "Oh, strange old man, hard to find," and it's Pinkerton's voice. Very disorienting.
I like how they haven't cleaned up in here at all.
Yeah, can you imagine what a dead super mutant would smell like after 2 months? I mean, which is basically the size of, like, dead cattle.
Yeah.
Like, how bad would that... You would not be able to breathe in here. Oh, can we look at the control room here? I know we've seen this place before, but this is kind of a focal point of the game. I think it's good to look around here. Here's the control panel for Project Stupidity. And inside of this tank in front of us... Yeah, inside of this tank in front of us is the water purification. That's like where the water does its purifying thing. And behind us is a machine where you can install a special filter for the water. I don't know why it's over there, or why anybody would even bother to put it in, but it's good because the plot requires one later.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna talk to Dad. I wonder if he's heard about what we've done in the past 2 months.
Where it all began.
Don't mention blowing up the town.
Favorite passage? Revelation 21:6. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end.
Son, I know that you killed thousands of people,
of the water of life,
and you're
thousands
destroyed.
There wasn't even 100.
This is what it all means.
Well, no, like in
the
your
water,
travels.
The purifier.
I mean, you murdered just a lot of people.
Your mother's dream.
I know you destroyed a town that was thriving and one of the few points of light in this wilderness, but I'll always remember you as Mr. Binky.
The project was abandoned shortly after you were born. Things have deteriorated here since then. And there's been some
what exactly is Project Purity? I don't think we figured that out yet. After, Dr. Lee told us, and the tapes told us, then he told us when he got out of the pod.
I'm sure that's there just in case we missed one of those other... Because of course you can come at this from all different directions, and I'll bet you that's a catch-all in case you missed the previous questions. Or maybe that's just so you can grief your dad by making him explain it again.
Okay, wait a minute. So we were off dicking around for months in another state, and all they've managed to do was walk around, look at the purifier, and decided that there's stuff that needs fixing, and they're going to make us do it.
Yeah, they lived here with...
These people have the Bethesda virus, which doesn't allow them to actually accomplish anything without the aid of a charismatic outsider.
And so they've been sitting here. I wonder what they've been eating for the last 2 months. Living with these aromatic super mutants.
They even have
super
the
mutant
gore
burgers
bag.
again. Yeah, they haven't even cleaned up the gore bags.
Okay, where was I going? I gotta go downstairs.
Oh yeah, we've got to fix Dad's broken thing.
Which involves taking a thing and putting another thing? Or is it the thing that involves just pressing the button?
It's just
yeah, this is another thing. He's sending us down here to push a button, and then he's going to have, like, right near that button is a fuse box. He's going to have us walk all the way back upstairs to get the fuses.
Yep, here we go.
Oh, Dad, you make me so angry.
Like this. Like, the first time I did it, because it's.
I totally agree.
Because you know, it
I
kind
loved
of felt
it.
like you were helping. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the same feeling the first time you do it, and you feel like, wow, I'm getting to, like, it's not combat, it's not speech check and skill check, it's just like, wow, I'm really helping on this scientific progress, or this
By pushing
project.
buttons.
You know,
I
but
went to the
I'm a
Gordon
player character,
Freeman
that's all I do
School
is...
of Applied Sciences.
That's all I can do is shoot people or push buttons. I'm glad to be using my skills.
Okay, so I want to point something out here before we walk in here. We got a door here, and we got a door over here. So I'm gonna walk through this door. Okay, and now I'm on this side.
Yeah!
But then I walk through this door, and I'm on this side. How does that
And the doors
make
are facing...
any sense?
The doors are parallel here, and yet they're facing each other and much closer.
I mean, I could see like a small hallway, but like, but it's backward. Like that, like I cannot in my mind map out a way that would work in 3D without like some kind of like long corridor that crosses around on itself.
I never noticed that. Now maybe it's like this thing where there's like there's actually like
here we
hallways
go.
you don't
Things
see.
that have happened out there.
Like how sometimes in your
Megaton
metro stations
destroyed.
you'll see like little areas
You-
on either side of the grates
You
that you
didn't
can't
have
get
anything
into.
to do with that, did you?
That's just kind of reaching though.
Yes, Dad, we blew up Megaton.
Like, that's
Oh,
the
I like
first thing he
these.
hears, that it's like, everybody suspects you.
Look, it's complicated. I'm not proud of it, but it needed to be done. No. Okay, so
It
the
needed to
father
be
that
done.
walked out on me is giving me a lecture. Nope, nothing to do with me. Lie. Oh, there's no like. Yes,
God
I killed.
damn.
I
I'd like
blew
to-
up Megaton.
Boo. I guess complicated is my favorite. Like, how
like
could that
that
be
never
complicated?
needs to be
Well,
done.
you know,
Can't
sometimes you
be
just gotta kill some people, Dad. You know how it is.
There's work
had to
to
be
now.
done.
I want to talk to you about this later.
He's disappointed in us, but he's
Can't
fine
begin-
with us messing with
I'm
fuses.
I'm
That's
That's how we
disappointed
blew up
in you, Mr.
Megaton, by the
Pinky.
way.
Right. The flooding shorted out some of the fuse boxes downstairs, including one that controls some of the automatic doors.
And
Here,
that's all
take these
over.
fuses.
That's our
The
father-son
box is back
talk.
down in the
You
sub-basement
murdered
near the
30
eastern end
people,
of the level.
and shame
the
on you.
fuses are
Now here's
replaced,
some fuses. Go
you'll be
fix
able
that
to get
stuff.
to the mainframe.
The only one
Well,
I regret
I guess-
killing was the Brahmin.
Be careful, my son.
I regret nothing except the Brahmin. That was kind of bad. That sucked.
My only regret is that Moira Brown survived.
Yeah.
That's not actually
didn't
true. I
have
love
to.
her. You know, I never understood until you pointed out these doors. I always found myself going through the wrong one. I'm like, oh wait, I meant to go through the other one. Why'd I go through the wrong one again? Why do I always make that mistake? And it didn't. I didn't even realize. Oh, they're backwards. I just assumed it was a product of my own bad pathfinding.
No, it's probably just like the person who did that part
Yeah,
of the
that
level
was
got
throwing
the
me off,
doors
too.
mixed up.
Yeah, just inverted tags. You could probably fix
You-
it in a couple of minutes with the
It would
with the
actu-
tool set.
It would actually be interesting to play a game where they did that sort of thing on purpose.
Access the mainframe. No need to come back to the control room.
Okay, now we're gonna open the mainframe. Maybe do some of that hacking.
Nope.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Overload the core. I don't know.
It would be interesting if you could actually use your science and repair skills here to like speed up the work or have less steps if you knew those. Like, oh, if you don't have so much repair skill, there'll be a couple more steps for you. That would be kind of a nice touch.
What would
doing great.
what would actually kind of be a nice touch? Now, I mean, this would be a lot of work, and I don't know how much they were
on the
willing
right
to
level.
dedicate to this particular stretch. Was if there's like a couple tasks that needed doing, and you just needed to do like 2 or 3. Some of them would be like just, you know, anybody could do that. Maybe they'd be a little harder. Some of them would just be like, I need you to hack into this terminal. I need you to pick this lock open because there's something we need in the
Yeah.
closet. You know.
Actually, wait.
Yeah, the
One
key
other
got
thing
lost.
you
The
need
super
to do.
mutants ate it.
Janice says there's
Nobody
a
wants to go through the
place
super
to
mutant poo to get it.
It's on your way back. Head back up to the museum level and give me a call on the
Uh,
Oh, good.
okay,
now we
I've-
have to go crawling through pipes.
It's a me. I'm thinking this is a good place to call it.
I agree.
Okay. So
And for real
next
this time.
episode, Yeah,
Oh,
for
next
reals.
episode? Next episode,
Yeah,
all our wishes come true.
Yes, we are finally going to get Project Purity working, and there'll be clean water, and everything will be great. So
maybe we'll find some
see you next
mushrooms
time.
in the pipes. Maybe a flower that makes us breathe fire. That'll be awesome. I can't wait.